Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing another best card loadout video, but this time it's going to be for Ashe. Before we hop into the video, you guys, I just wanted to let you guys know that I have my Twitter and my Mixer both linked in the description below. I would really appreciate it if you guys went and followed both of those. You'll get notifications for when I post videos, if anything changes on my channel, or maybe if I'm going to start streaming. But yeah, just make sure you guys go down there and follow both of those. It would really help me out. All right, you guys, so here is the deck. It is called War Machine. We're going to go ahead here and hop into the first card, which is Vanguard. Reduce your damage taken by 16% for 2 seconds after using Shoulder Bash. Now, this deck I have designed strictly around the Kinetic Burst ability, but I gave this card, I directed it towards the Shoulder Bash. Getting that 16% damage reduction for 2 seconds after you activate your Shoulder Bash is very important for Ashe, considering that Shoulder Bash ability, it's basically like a last resort ability that she has. If you fire off all your shots, if you don't have your shield back in time, there's still a cooldown on it. You're going to resort to that Shoulder Bash to get that little bit of extra damage on the enemy. Onto the next card, we have Siege Engine. Reduce the cooldown of Siege Shield by 3 seconds for each enemy hit with Kinetic Burst. Now, like I said, I designed this deck around that Kinetic Burst ability. You should be using your Kinetic Burst all the time with Ashe on mid. So every time you hit an enemy with it, you're going to be reducing that cooldown of your shield by 3 seconds. Having your shield down on mid is super important with Ashe. We should all know that. So being able to get it back as quickly as possible is super important. So being able to eliminate 3 seconds off of that 10 seconds with just a simple Kinetic Burst hit is huge for her. That brings the time down to 7 seconds, and you'll see in a future card that I'm going to mention here, it becomes even less. Onto the third card, we have Percussion. Increase the knockback distance of Kinetic Burst by 24%. This card is very huge for Ashe. When you're on mid, you oftentimes have that issue of face-to-face with another frontline on the enemy team, or maybe a double frontline. I designed this one for when you're low on health. So if they are in your face, you can just use that Kinetic Burst ability and knock them back super far. They'll let your healer give you some healing on mid, and maybe knock them behind your Siege Shield, which they're most likely trying to get in front of to hit you. All right, moving on to the fourth card, we have War Machine. Reduce your active cooldowns by 50% after getting an elimination. We have this one set to 5 points. I say this with every deck or any champion that has this card in their loadout. You should be using it all the time. It should be a card that should be in your deck at least above 4 points every time in your loadout. Being able to reduce your cooldowns by 50% of the time after just getting an elimination is huge. Like I said, if you use that Kinetic Burst ability to knock off 3 seconds from that 10-second time on your Siege Shield, it'll go down to 7 seconds, then half of that time, 3.5 seconds for your Siege Shield. So after you drop it and you lose your Siege Shield, and you fire off that Kinetic Burst and say get an elimination with it, your Siege Shield is already down to 3 seconds on its cooldown. All right, moving on to the very last card, Battlement. Increase the duration of Siege Shield by 1.2 seconds. This is a filler card, so if you like another card in Ashe's selection, go ahead and replace it. Otherwise, I felt this one worked the best. 1.2 seconds on the Siege Shield brings it down even more on that cooldown. I like this one a ton because I believe with this loadout, her Siege Shield now lasts about 6 seconds, 6.5 seconds down. So you're going to get a little bit longer with it. It could be enough to get you some extra healing or just keep you protected for that little bit of extra time. All right, you guys, moving on to my favorite part of the video, we have the 3 talents for Ashe. We have Battering Ram, Slug Shot, and Fortress Breaker. For Battering Ram, it is reduce your damage taken by 75% while using Shoulder Bash. If you go ahead and use this talent, it stacks with that other card that I was talking about earlier, which gives you a 16% damage reduction when you're using your Shoulder Bash. So you're basically invincible that whole time you are using it. Like I said, it is a last resort move for Ashe. Oftentimes when you are going to be using it, you're going to be super low on health and you're really going to need that damage reduction. So when you're using the Shoulder Bash, you're going to be getting 91% damage reduction while using that Shoulder Bash. It is huge for her, and 99% of the time you're not going to die when you. The second talent, we have Slug Shot. Your weapon shots deal 400 damage, travel 50% faster and 100% farther, but they do not explode anymore. If you are very good at aiming, your accuracy is very good, I highly recommend using this talent because you're going to be getting that 400 damage increase, and then you're going to be getting a 50% faster and 100% farther increase with those shots. Obviously, it doesn't explode anymore, so you're not going to be able to test around corners if there's a champion hiding or get somebody that hides behind cover, and it'll allow you to pull off some crazy plays since you're going to be doing a little bit more damage. All right, the last talent we have is Fortress Breaker. This is the talent that I recommend you use all the time. I really like all three of these. They're very good talents for Ashe. Usually champions have one talent that is just absolutely trash, but she has three very good ones. This one is increase Siege Shield's maximum health by 2,000 and its size by 50%, but reduce its movement speed by 80%. Now on this last little part of the talent, it says reduce the speed by 80%, and they say it like it's a negative thing. When you throw down that Siege Shield, it would usually move up quickly, so you would lose your cover pretty fast. Since it moves a lot slower, it makes it better to be on mid. She can hold mid easier, and you have more coverage considering it is 50% larger, and it'll last longer because it has an extra 2,000 health. All right, you guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope this deck is helping you a ton when using Ashe. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, like the videos, all that stuff. We're trying to grow it as best as we can. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Perfect.